When you think of legendary Power Rangers team-ups, you usually think of the most iconic ones, like the time that they crossed over with the Ninja Turtles, or when they had that big legendary battle, or even the time they teamed up with the Masked Rider. But no one really talks about the time they crossed over with Street Fighter. Why is that? Let's talk about it. What's up guys, Este here, welcome back to the video. Today we'll be talking about Power Rangers Legacy Wars Street Fighter Showdown, a crossover short film between Power Rangers and Street Fighter. I know that's very weird. We have a television show from the 90s and we have a video game starting in the late 80s. I don't know how these two work, but I guess we're gonna find out today. 1,500 likes and I'll bring you more videos just like this one. I recently got my hand on all these Ninja Turtle Mighty Morphin comics and I really want to talk about it, so 1,500 and I'll get you a review of these comic books. And you don't want to miss what's coming on in the future of this channel, so make sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on any single one of my future videos. So without further ado, it's gaming time, I guess. It was late 2018, it was the 25th anniversary of Power Rangers, and we got a special treat that October when we got Power Rangers Legacy Wars Street Fighter Showdown, an internet-based crossover film between the Power Rangers and the Street Fighter. It was produced by Bat in the Sun alongside Lionsgate and Allspark Pictures. Lionsgate, of course, being the one who made the Power Rangers movie. It was also made by nWay and Capcom, nWay Games, of course, being the ones who made Power Rangers Legacy Wars, and Capcom, the people who own Street Fighter, Mega Man, and many other titles. And this wasn't the first time these two franchises had their own big crossovers like this. In recent years, Power Rangers has done crossovers with both TMNT and the Justice League, thanks to the Boom Studios comics. There were some other times like this in the show, like the Masked Rider crossover they had in Mighty Morphin Season 3, the time they crossed over with Ninja Turtles during In Space, and some obscure comic book ones like the time the Power Rangers Turbo crossed over with the Beetleborgs Metallics. Check out that video if you haven't already. In terms of Capcom, their Street Fighter characters have had hella crossovers throughout the times, like the popular video game series Marvel vs. Capcom, and some other ones in the past like Namco vs. Capcom. You may also know that their Street Fighter characters have appeared in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, 3DS, and also the Nintendo Switch. I have a Switch, by the way. Here's my friend code if you want to play some Mario Kart sometime. So since we're in the world of video games, we gotta talk about nWay. Because ever since 2017, the release of the Power Rangers movie, they've been working on Legacy Wars, a popular fighting game both for iOS and Android that features legendary Rangers. And a new update that year in 2018 would bring multiple Street Fighter characters to the Power Rangers game. So what's the best way to promote it? Make a movie, of course. A short film. For the internet. Street Fighter Showdown. It starts off with Ryu from Street Fighter, as he talks about how he's been taken against his own will to a mysterious universe, and is now forced to fight different evil Power Rangers. Chun Li, a character from the Street Fighter series, is also there in that universe, helping Ryu out. Being bombarded with evil Rangers, they get teleported to a temple. But not just any temple. This is Ninjor's temple. That's right, Ninjor, who was there in Mighty Morphin Season 3 and just disappeared. It's also kind of reminiscent of the first episode of MMPR when we had our 5 teenagers teleported to the command center. They're greeted by Tommy Oliver, who had a very cheesy line to start.
That's Ninjor.
That's Ninjor. It's me, JDF. I'm still the Green Ranger 25 years later. Remember me? I post funny TikToks now. I'm on TikTok.
Alright, let's do it! Shift to the turbo! Red lightning cop now!
I'm also on TikTok. Follow me on TikTok. The Don Fuego. Ryu and Tommy had a short little fight. Is this a Green Ranger versus Ryu reference? What universe are we in right now? I'm a little confused, not gonna lie. But Tommy's not alone in this temple, as Gia from Power Rangers Megaforce, Super Megaforce, she's also there too. The same fit. She's been wearing the same type of clothes for like many years now. Tommy is literally a grown-ass man though. He has kids, and he's married to Kat, and he's here in Ninjor's temple with a college girl. I know they're Power Rangers, and you know, once a Ranger's always a Ranger, but isn't that a little suspicious? I just thought that was weird to mention. You know, I get it because Gia is playable in Legacy Wars, but you know, there was Pink Time Force Ranger, RPM Silver, anybody else? Tommy talks about how Rita Repulsa has revived M. Bison, which from what I read about the Street Fighter universe, happens a lot. Like, he just dies and come back to life. I'm convinced Hollywood has no originality anymore. Let's just say, forget all the new stuff. Let's bring back the old stuff. Super Sentai and Kamen Rider are very guilty of this. But for real though, M. Bison is probably built like Bowser because he just keeps coming back. Anyways, they now plan to make more evil Rangers to rule 2 dimensions. The classic crossover plot. 2 villains, 2 worlds. Where is the originality, folks? Come on. A little bit? There a little bit? Tommy gives Ryu a power coin, which is like the first one in 20-ish years or so. I bet Ninja just been chilling in his temple the whole time, but now he's just like, you know what? I'll just make this video game character a power coin, whatever. And why was Ryu chosen for the power coin, other than being a protagonist? I don't know. Anyways, they head to Bison's lair to find that Ninja is basically as good as dead. Because, you know, M. Bison kidnapped Ninja, and, you know, what's the point of having Ninja? Just murk him. He also doesn't sound like Ninja at all. He sounds like a man with no soul.
It doesn't matter what they've done to me.
Come on, where is the power of Ninja? Was that a good Ninja impression? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. M. Bison sees him and gives our heroes a good beating with some amazing cinematography to go with it. But you know what time it is? It's morphin' time because the Rangers come together and finally morph up. As we see Tommy morph into his superpower beatdown suit, Gia as Megaforce Yellow, and Ryu as the cheesy named Ryu Ranger. And Chun Li just doesn't get a Ranger form. She does in the game, which I can talk about. If we break the light goal, I'll talk about Ryu Ranger and Chun Li's Ranger. But Gia said, oh, you know, we only had 1 power coin. You know, couldn't y'all just make Chun Li the suit? Anyways, the Rangers fight M. Bison, and the fight is literally awesome, having amazing cinematography and choreography in the fights, especially with his use of practical effects. After a minute of fighting, M. Bison gets defeated while all the Rangers do a Hadouken towards M. Bison, which is weird because the Rangers also seem to do the same thing. Zordon and Gosei got some explaining to. That's all I'm going to say. How are they going to have an energy blast? It's Power Rangers. Why ask these questions? But not so fast, because M. Bison is actually alive and has a team of evil Rangers, all of which are playable in Legacy Wars, by the way. Wink! And we end off this short film with our good team of Rangers about to head into battle with the evil team of Rangers. And we don't see the fight, because you gotta play the game! Yeah, this was a peculiar event. At a near 7-minute runtime, you can't really do much, so I do applaud him for getting this big story in this short little time span. Because at the end of the day, this is a glorified video game advertisement. Though the whole film was quite nice though, especially when they add some practical effect shots, which is better in contrast to the CGI effects that they use here, which can really be overused at times. Like, sometimes they were just too dependent on the CGI here. Like, JDF had like a behind the scenes thing where he was showing off everything, and they have the actual costumes and morphers there from the show. But when Gia did her Super Mega Mode morph, they covered up the morpher and the key with CGI. Like glowing effects. Was that necessary? The cinematography was on top though. Even though the morphing sequence felt a little weird with these effects, like they literally just had the camera go like why? The acting was very cheesy, but that's Power Rangers, what do you expect? However, seeing these 2 franchises normally directed to, you know, children in this dark universe just felt weird to me. Especially seeing those Power Ranger spandex suits next to those awesome Street Fighter costumes. It did not feel right. 2018 was also just a big year for Power Rangers. We had Shattered Grid that year with an amazing trailer, and we also had Dimensions in Danger, a big original Power Rangers team up. So I would understand how the Street Fighter crossover just got lost in all the 25th anniversary stuff. And this was the last Saban brand's Power Rangers project before they switched over to Hasbro. And even though it got released in October 2018 under Hasbro's name, this has Saban's footprints all over it. It was made by Bat in the Sun, a YouTube channel that has been Saban approved for many years, and is popular for their show Superpower Beatdown, a show which battles 2 characters from video games, comic books, TV shows, etc. This show has had seen appearances from both the Green and White Ranger, played by none other than Jason David Frank, the star of the Street Fighter Showdown. All the old suits you see in this film were bought over by Saban, but the new suit, like the Green Ranger suit, was actually made by Snake Pit Studios, who are known to be Saban approved, as well as worked on Saban on official licensed suits for the public. The Green Ranger suit seen here is also canon in a way. It was inspiration for the one seen in the comics. But overall, this film was interesting, but something I can only watch once. The crew has had success though. Right now they're working on Legend of the White Dragon with King Botch and JDF, so I guess we'll see what happens next. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, TheDonFuego. I'm on Instagram, NotDonFuego. I'm Este. Have a great day, and of course, and as always, I love you guys so much. E Squad forever. Stay awesome, everybody.